everyone, welcome to my channel today. It's Lynn here. How's everybody? I hope you're doing well. So in today's video I would like to share this gorgeous autumn pop-up card with you, which I have created from a lovely autumn design pad which I shared with you from my mini crafting haul. Do check that out if you haven't done so already. I will pop a link to that video in my description box below. So this is the gorgeous little paper pad here. So there is ginghams, leaves, pumpkins, lots of different papers in there. So what I did was I took one of the sheets. I'm just trying to think, see which one it was. I think it was, no, not that one. It was that one, this one. And what I did was, instead of popping the paper straight down onto my card, I decided I wanted to cut all of the little elements out, which I just thought made the card pop a little bit more. So that is what I have done. Then on the front here I have got this gorgeous belly band which says Welcome Autumn, and all you will do is pop the belly band off like so, and then there inside it reveals the gorgeous pop-up inside. So here I have decorated it first of all with these gorgeous sunflowers, which is from a design pad that I have, the sunflower collection. And then I have cut out some pumpkins again from the lovely little paper pad. And doesn't that look absolutely fabulous? I love the little pop-ups with the pumpkins. I've never made anything like this before. And then there at the bottom you have your autumn blessings, some lovely little sunflowers here. And then if you want to pop a sentiment or a verse, you could just use the back of the card. And how gorgeous is that? I absolutely love it. So without further ado, let me show you how to create this gorgeous pop-up card. Okie dokie, so what I've done here is I've taken a piece of white card and I've cut that down to 6 1/4 by 4 1/4 inches, and then I've taken this sheet from the design pad, and instead of putting the whole sheet onto the card, I decided, whoops, blowing away, what I decided to do was cut the sheet of paper and cut all of the images from the paper. And what I've done is I've just taken my glue and I've started to stick these onto my card. I just thought that it made the leaves and pumpkins just a little bit more as if they've kind of come to life a bit, rather than just sticking the paper down. So I've just got a couple of little pieces to stick down. I've got a little leaf here that I've cut around, and I'll get this one just, I think, about there. And my last one I'm just going to pop into the corner. There we go. Okie dokie, so I'm keeping my little bits and pieces that I've got left from my sheet of paper. I'm probably going to use some of those later. So now what I've done is I've taken a piece of a brown paper and I've cut that down to 6 1/2 by 4 1/2 inches. And all I'm going to do is just pop this piece here on to the top like that, and I'm just going to pop this to one side for the moment. Okie dokie, so now for the card base. So I'm making a 5x7" card, so if you have a shop bought one, that's fabulous. If you don't and you want to create your own card blank, start with an A4 piece of card and cut it down to 10 inches on the long side, and on the short side cut it down to 7 inches, and then on the 10-inch side all you want to do is find the center of the card, which is 5 inches, and pop yourself a score line at 5 inches, and that will be the card base. And then while we have our card out, we want to then cut a piece down to 9.5 inches by 6.5 inches, and we want to find the center of the 9.5 inch side, which is 4 3/4, and just pop yourself a score line. And then next, what I would like to do is carry the colour theme through to the inside of my card. So what I'm doing is I've taken a piece of my brown paper and I've cut it down to 10 inches by 7 inches, and I just want to find the center of my 10, which is 5 inches, and pop myself a score line. And what I will do is pop this into the center of my card like so. Okie dokie, with the 9.5 inch card, what we want to do is give this a lovely burnish, as we are going to be working on this side of the card, not the top side. Okie dokie, so what we are going to do here is, like I say, we are working on the folded part of the card, not this opening here. So pop your card where it's kept folded up like this, grab yourself a ruler, and what we want to do on the 6.5 inch side is score at 1/2 inch. So from the left hand side, pop a little pencil mark at 1/2 inch. Then come across to the 6.5 inch side and pop a little line. Then we want to come to the 1 inch point, pop yourself a little line. And again, from the 6, we want to come down to 5.5. And what we will do is pop a little cross in these 2 boxes here, kind of thing. So then we want to come along at 1.5 inches and then 5 inches. Then back to 2 inches, pop another little cross, and then 4.5 and pop a little cross. Then come to 2.5 and then 4. Okay, and then the next one will be 3 and pop a little cross, and then come to 3.5, which is there, and we want to just pop a little cross in there like that. So I will lift that up, and all we have done is come across the bottom of the card and score at 1/2 inch all the way across. Okie dokie, so next what we want to do is turn our card round so we are on the 5-inch side, and grab your ruler and pencil, and what we are going to do is pop the ruler at the bottom of the card, and what you want to do is make yourself a little pencil mark at the bottom and then up at the top at 1 inch. Draw yourself a line joining the 2 pencil marks, then come along to 1.5 inches, pop a little pencil mark at the bottom and the same at the top, and draw yourself another line joining the 2 pencil marks. And then the last pencil mark we want to make is at 2 inches at the bottom and 2 at the top, and join the pencil marks. Okay, so now what we want to do is turn our card back onto the 6.5 inch side, and there is 2 ways of doing this. You can either use a pencil or you can use your scoring tool and scoreboard. I have decided to use my scoreboard. So what we want to do, where we have this cross here, either with your pencil you want to draw, remember we had little pencil marks, you want to draw from your pencil mark up to this 3rd line here. Then come across to this side of the card. You will draw your pencil line from the bottom to this 3rd line. If you like, if you want to score your lines, just obviously turn your card around and score your score lines like so. And then what you will do is come to this 2nd cross, and for this one you will score your line up to this 2nd line here. So I will turn that back around and you can see I have scored my score line just to the 2nd pencil line down the card. And again you will come to this side and you will come to your 2nd cross and take either your pencil or your scoring tool and score to the 2nd line. Then you will come to this cross here and you will come just to your 1st pencil line, and again you will either draw your pencil lines or you can score, and then you will come to the last cross and again you will use either your pencil or scoring tool and just score up to the 1st line. Okie dokie, so now we want to do some cutting, and it is each part where we have the little crosses. For the first cut, I am coming to this one here, and I am just coming to the score line to the 3rd line like that. Okay, and then the same on this side, and then we will come to this score line, and this one will just go to our second pencil line. And this one we will come to the first score line, and then the next one will be this one here, and the next one. So this one will now go to the second score line again, and then the last one will pop up to the third score line. Okie dokie, so what you want to do again is grab yourself a ruler and a score tool, just something with a fairly not too thick at the end. And what we want to do is each of these pieces where we have our crosses, we just want to come to the line here and just pop yourself a little score mark. And this is going to help when we fold all the pieces. So this one is the next one with the cross. Just line it up and make your score line. Okay, then the next one is this little one. Again, just make your score line. And the next one will be this little one here, so. And then the next one will be this one. So this one will come up to this line here, like so. And then the last one will come to our third line. Okie dokie, so hopefully you can see each one that I have scored. And then what we want to do, as it hasn't gone through to the other side, but what we want to do is just join those up across the back. So all you are doing is just popping a score line where you have cut up to on the back. So you should have something like that. Dokie, so that is what we will have. Okay, so now what we want to do is just open up the card. Okay, so now what we want to do is start pushing the pieces that we've cut, just bring them up. So it is every other piece. So we will bring that one through, and then the next one is this one, like that. And then the next one is this little one here, oops, like so. And it is Missa one, and it is this one here, like that. And then this one here. So it is every other one you want to pop up. That one wants to come up like so. So when we bring our card up like so, we have got this like that. Okay, and there is the effect there. So that is what you should have. Okie dokie, so next what I'm going to do, I've brought my card base in, and I've taken my brown piece of paper, and what I've done is I've popped some double-sided tape, and what I'm going to do is I am just popping this first of all to the bottom of my card. Then all I'm going to do is just pop this side down like that. Okie dokie, so what I did next was I just took my scoring tool and popped my card onto my scoreboard and just went over my scoreline just as the card is a little bit thick with the paper added in, and that just gives that a lovely fold. Okay, so I popped some glue down onto my card, and what I want to do is line my card up with the score line, and then all you will do next is pop your glue. Okie dokie, so I've just got my glue on there, and then all we need to do is just pop this flap over like that and press it down. Okie dokie, so to decorate it, I have taken some of my sunflowers from the sunflower collection, and what I want to do is just I've cut around some of the flowers, and I just want to stick that onto there, stick it nicely down, because what we don't want, so I've left a very, very small gap just above the fold of the card, because when we close the card up, you can hopefully see that isn't going to catch the card when it falls down. So I'm going to start with that one. Okie dokie, so I'm just going to start popping my flowers onto the card. So now what I want to do is pop some decoration on to the front, and I am using another sheet from my design pad. So what I've got myself some pumpkins, and I'm just going to grab my glue and pop some glue on and stick them down. So what I want to do now is pop the front piece that we made earlier. I just want to pop that on like so. Okie dokie, so next I've taken a piece of my brown card that measures 3 by 2.5 inches. I've then cut a piece of white card down to 2.5 by 1.5, and then I've got this little autumn blessing sentiment, and I am just going to grab my glue, and we are going to pop this into the center of the card. I have thoroughly enjoyed making this card. I really have. I've never made anything like this before, and I really like it. So I'm coming in to the center And I've got a couple of little sunflowers and I'm just popping those over the corner like that. Okie dokie, to my finished card here, I have made a little belly band where I cut a strip from a piece of my A4 white card and I cut it lengthways, so across a piece like that, and that measured 1.5 inches and the full length of the A4 sheet. I then cut myself a piece of orange paper, again the length of A4, and I cut that down to 1 inch and wrapped it around, and again just stuck it together like so. And then the little dotty paper I just cut down to 1/2 inch and stuck that just to fit the top part of the belly band. Then I've popped a welcome autumn sentiment on the front, and then all you will do is pop your belly band off like so, and there you can see all the lovely pieces that I cut from my paper pad. And then when we open it up, inside there you can see the gorgeous flowers and pumpkins just pop out like so. I've then popped the autumn blessings sentiment and the lovely little sunflowers. And how gorgeous is that? I absolutely love it, and I love these little pieces that just pop up like so, and then it all falls down beautifully. And it is a little bit thicker. I am going to pop on and make a box for it, but it will still fit nicely into an envelope. And there you go. There is my finished card. How gorgeous is that? I absolutely love it. I've never made a pop-up card like this before, and I've thoroughly enjoyed making it. So I hope I've given you some inspiration to create a pop-up card. If you have enjoyed my video today, would you please consider giving me a thumbs up? I would be ever so grateful for that. I will pop back on and make a box for the card, and I will share that with you. And yeah, that's it for today. Thank you ever so much for joining me. Would you also please consider subscribing to my channel? I would be really, really grateful if you would consider subscribing. And yeah, thank you so much. Happy crafting. Have a wonderful day. Take care. See you all soon. And bye-bye for now.